Welcome to the Whiskey Vault, where we've changed the entire premise. We're now only reviewing sunflower seed materials.
Oh, shut up. It's white wine.
Tomorrow is soap, and after that, something else.
I don't know what you're going on about. It's white wine.
It's white wine.
Obviously.
So,
You whiny little...
That's how we're starting?
He was whining.
No.
Mumbling under his breath.
Protesting.
Whining.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is from Jeremy Barber. Jeremy mailed this to us after saying, hey, I sent you something really weird. This is, I can't remember where it's from.
You know what I
My
can
mind
remember?
just went blank.
Jeremy, why would you take this from me?
Georgia. Okay.
Jeremy Barber, you magnificent bastard!
So Georgia.
This looks like, this is wine.
Yeah.
This is wine. It's in a wine bottle. It is wine.
So this isn't technically whiskey because.
Wait, I was right?
They added sunflower. It's a spirit. They added sunflower seeds. So here's what happened. There's this company called Tazza Ray.
Wait a minute.
And
Is this the main review for today?
Yeah.
Can we do that on the whiskey?
we can.
Why?
Because it's a cool story. The family.
Look. Are you setting up precedent for
The family are moonshiners.
Okay.
And this is moonshine.
Which
Now, the thing is
the whiskey?
throughout their family history, the Butler family has always taken and added sunflower seeds, malted sunflower seeds, to their moonshine recipe to give it its own little unique flavor.
Right.
And it's a family recipe. Now, because the TTB says
don't tease me, just
a sunflower seed is not a grain, you can't call this whiskey because you put sunflower seeds in it. So they have to call it a spirit. But it is a 45% alcohol.
So if the TTB
sunflower moonshine.
If the TTB considered sunflower seeds a grain, then
it would be just moonshine whiskey.
This would be a moonshine.
Yeah. Now smell it. Smells like whiskey, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude. It's just if you poured me this and said this is whiskey, I would not look cross-eyed at you at all.
Now they also say,
and it's actually not a bad smelling whiskey.
No, it's a really good smelling whiskey. The name goes back to Native American. Tazza means warrior and chief.
I wonder how many people think this is just white wine. Based on the bottle, based on the light.
Oh, I would.
The light color.
And it can't be put in the whiskey section.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have a hard time getting shelf space for this. Now, I'll bet, you know where this would explode? Bars. Any weird, funky bar where the bartenders want to be.
So a sunflower spirit?
Yeah, to be like, oh, we want to be a really kick-ass weird bar. We're gonna have specialty cocktails out of a sunflower spirit.
Yeah.
This would be in 30 bars in downtown Austin.
Yeah.
Overnight, if with the right rep.
And the people who are turned off from whiskey because they think they haven't tried that much stuff and they think they don't like it.
Like, oh, smell this.
That could be a net positive for them not to call it whiskey, to call it a sunflower spirit, because that just ups the curiosity. What What can we compare this nose to? Because
I really don't know. This is like nothing I've ever tried.
It smells like whiskey, absolutely, but it's not bourbon. It's not rye. It's not.
They don't add in yeast. They are using wild yeast fermentation.
I would put this closer to like the Scotch family, an unpeaty, unsmoky Scotch type of deal.
Whoa!
Not a sweet candy Speyside.
That tastes interesting. That is unlike anything in this room, and it's kind of nutty flavored.
Oh, and it takes you on a nice little journey.
It really does.
The beginning moment, it's very different, and it changes multiple times in the first 10 seconds.
You know what this is reminding me of?
And then I get like a Werther's original.
This is reminding me of the sweetness of Baby Blue.
The sweetness of
the corn syrup.
This is surprisingly sweet on the nose.
Yeah, but
no, surprisingly sweet on the taste than I was getting from the nose.
Here we go. I haven't even opened this yet.
Wow. Oh, cinnamon. Some walnuts, cinnamon.
Yeah, dude.
Walnuts and cinnamon. This is a dessert whiskey without being candy sugar.
Smell that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Now, the thing is, the first time...
But just that one characteristic, not the whole thing. Just that one the sweetness is the same kind of sweetness.
Yeah. The first time we tried Baby Blue,
way too sweet for us.
It was way too sweet. It was like candy corn. We circled back to it because of something.
Okay, maybe it's the power of suggestion. Oh, because we drank another corn whiskey and we liked this one better. We like Baby Blue better.
Did we like Baby Blue?
We did like Baby Blue better.
We like Baby Blue?
So here's the thing. Maybe it's power of suggestion, but the difference in these is okay. So remember touring? I toured for forever.
Yeah.
One of the ways my driving shift when I was driving the van was usually midnight to when the sun came up.
Right.
I always got the night shift, and what's one of the ways you always stay awake while driving? You eat a ton of sunflower seeds.
Yep.
You ever do that?
All the time.
You get the shelled ones.
Doing it right now.
And you stick 5 or 6 in one cheek, and then you crack them with your teeth, and then move the empty shell to the other cheek.
Right.
And eat them, and then you spit it all out. And it's like doing chew. That memory of sunflower seeds and driving is the difference between these. I actually get sunflower seeds.
So let me say
in this one.
I'm saying this. This is wonderfully complex. I feel guilty because it feels like cheating on whiskey.
Yeah.
On the nose, I'm thinking, oh, this is right in like the whiskey wheelhouse.
And this tastes more like a barrel.
On the taste, it's not a whiskey taste per se. There's elements of whiskiness in there, but there's also straight up just walnuts with cinnamon on top. And it unfolds into a few different things.
Man, I'm coming back around to Balcones Baby Blue.
Well, I was gonna say.
I mean, this is just tasting it right now.
Right.
It's really good.
I was gonna say, coming off of something this complex and sweet, I think we're getting a not accurate representation of what this would be like if we were coming at it fresh.
Now he also gave us little gift bags.
Oh, nice.
And this is the same one, but in a red wine barrel.
I think if Baby Blue was the first thing we were drinking without trying this, it would be much sweeter than it is now. But we're acclimated to the sweetness. The Baby Blue, there's a lot of stuff going on in there that I wasn't getting before behind the sweetness. We're much...
That's disgusting.
What is it? Was it the little one?
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude.
This is nail polish, man.
No, don't taste it.
On the nose, it's nail polish.
Don't taste it. It will destroy your palate.
On the nose,
you know what that tastes like?
On the nose, it smells like nail polish. What does it taste like?
It tastes like drinking red vermouth.
I don't know.
Just straight out of the bottle.
Why would you do this?
I don't know. Dude, Tazza, I'm sorry, man, but you really f***ed us over on that one.
But this
is so interesting.
Surprisingly interesting. I feel like I'm cheating on whiskey, though.
Okay, I would use this in place of the red vermouth.
Okay. Toll Booth Videos. The company I work for has a Weekend of Chocolate event every year around Valentine's Day, and this year one of the featured events is a whiskey pairing with what sounded like an array of Compass Box whiskeys. It's so hard to find Compass Box around me, so I'm keen to go, but will the pairing with chocolate distort the flavors I find in the whiskeys? Also, it's $40, which sounds like a decent deal to me. Love to hear your thoughts. Yes, it will distort the flavors, but that's kind of the point of a pairing. Distort is probably a negative sounding word, but with the pairing, you're looking to experience that whiskey in a different way because you just tasted other things that are going to alter those flavors.
And it will show you things you didn't see in the whiskey beforehand.
Yeah.
Just like having different whiskeys back to back will show you things you didn't know were in the whiskey. I think we were comparing Balcones Baby Blue to the wrong category to appreciate it.
It needs to be sunflower whiskey?
No, it needs to be around other whiskeys as in the sweet corn family.
Okay.
And when you put it in that category, it stands out really well as not overly sugary.
Right.
And a little bit of barrel hint.
Yeah.
It's more complex than a lot of the other corn whiskeys.
Is this the Baby Blue?
When you compare it to just bourbons and rye or malts, you're not treating it fairly, I don't think. I think I'm realizing something about Baby Blue.
I'm getting a nutty cherry note.
Putting it in a tasting run with other whiskeys, not fair.
Fine. Whiskey Canuck. I once went to a blind whiskey tasting, and what turned out to be the Cutty Sark surprised everyone once its identity was revealed. I think most of us would have considered it swill before that, but it earned some respect.
I will say that happens to me all the time. As a matter of fact, last year in one of the whiskey classes, I went on and on raving about all of the complexity in this whiskey I was just then tasting.
Right.
Because we had tried all these weird things around it.
Right.
And when I finally got to this one, it just felt like it was rewarding and pretty and beautiful.
Wait. Was it Grand Old Par?
No, it was Collingwood.
Collingwood.
Yeah, that Cologne bottle looking Canadian whiskey
the Cologne bottle
that we really disliked when we tried it.
Right.
I just raved about it.
Where is that?
Because I'd tried all of these other whiskeys. My palate was different. And when I arrived at Collingwood, I found all of these things I'd never found in Collingwood before. And all of my somms... That's Hig.
That's a different Cologne
all
bottle.
of my somms in the back of the room who knew what it was were looking at me like... with this incredulous look like, what? What?
I want Collingwood now.
I know, it's not good.
Well, you just went off. What do you mean? You just went off.
We don't have enough glasses. That'll be the 5th whiskey we got out during this tasting. I'm not doing another one right now.
Are you keeping score?
Yes.
Well, I'm still winning. Quistas Masias. Really?
Oh, you don't know how to read Greek?
I do. But what it says here is incredibly insulting to you.
No, I'll read it for you.
I'm just making sure you want me to read these Greek words because I'm doing that.
No, I'll read it for you.
You don't need I got this.
I can read Greek.
Dear Rex.
Nope, there's nowhere to go.
Dear Rex, I just want to say that I appreciate the sacrifices you make being on this show. And even though you pretend like Daniel's the quote-unquote expert, we all know the truth. We all know you prop him up. And really, he's quite dim. As dim as he is short. And we can tell he smells bad.
That's getting a lot from a one sentence
The
comment.
Greek alphabet is very densely packed
Yeah.
with phonetics. So please keep up the good work and know that no matter how much you suffer standing next to that filthy, ignorant hobbit, we appreciate all you do for Whiskey Kind.
Let me see that.
There you go.
Now, what this actually says is, if it was the end of the world and you only had 5 whiskeys to survive with, what would those 5 whiskeys be?
Did you Google Translate that?
I just read it just now.
So I'm gonna pull them off the shelf and we're gonna try them.
No, we're not. All right. So sunflower, not whiskey spirit. That would be corn whiskey, except for they added some sunflowers into it.
This is wonderfully weird.
Yeah,
put it that
I
way.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, thanks, Jeremy. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
If you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.